there's more bad news from the Marianne Williamson campaign, and we want to give a little shout out.
Our third chakra fell into her sixth.
Yeah, exactly. We want to give a little shout out to our friends over at the Vanguard. They got to break some news and make some headlines. Very good. The Woodward and Bernstein of the Ozarks out there. So let's go to them and let's hear what they had to say on a stream the other night, breaking some news about Marianne's second campaign manager having departed over the past month.
This is the time where we were really looking to see the Marianne Williamson campaign reach the next plateau.
Oh, is
make
that
some
right?
big moves.
This is the time when we were really hoping to see her break.
She was really going to break out.
Yeah, this is the time we were
Well done, Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, we were really looking forward to a breakthrough moment here by June 22nd, 2023. Yeah, this was the time when she was supposed to take off. Let's see how it worked out.
She was going to do a roundtable with Oprah, Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, all the people the public adores.
High hopes, high hopes.
Some big moves, kind of elevate the campaign to a degree that we could feel really serious about. And I don't want to make any brash declarations. I want to give them their time to respond. But what I will say, given the information that I have now, which is what I've shared with you, Galvin and I are in the dark as anybody. We live in Kansas City, Missouri. We're not Washington insiders. But it looks like Rosa Calderon is out. She was there to replace Peter Dow, who is also out. You lose 2 campaign managers within that short span of time. It doesn't matter pretty much what else you do when you're polling at 6%. That's not the kind of, you got to think of a campaign as like a locomotive. And you know how trains start and they are slow, but they pick up steam.
It's actually it's actually well done. And, Gavin looks like me when Russell's going on about Cleopatra, whatever. He has that look in his eye. And it's a funny thing because you get the sense that Zach just kind of, has this moment of emotional honesty where he's just really grooving and really vibing and being like, yeah, man, we thought this was going to be great. Turns out this fucking sucks, bro. Like, this thing is in shambles. It's falling apart. And he's kind of grooving, he's kind of going with it. He's kind of like,
we thought there was a big market for a Duran Duran cover band. We took it out on the road. And, the people just aren't showing up.
She's big on TikTok. TikTok's
big on TikTok. We were hoping for a breakthrough.
You had that TikTok vote.
It's not working out. It's not working out.
Running away with it on TikTok.
And Gavin's like, but we're supposed to be, propping up the campaign, not trashing it down. But, he's just going where the facts lead, man. Got to give him credit. He's got his thing going.
Been the most embarrassing moment in Ryan Grimm's career when he had to write that piece about Marianne's incredible TikTok presence.
TikTok performance.
That must have been like Alan Rickman in Galaxy Quest. By Grandpa's hammer. What a savings.
Man, we thought she was going to be awesome. Turns out she sucks.
If you stall, you have to start your steam again from the beginning. And then it's a slow moving thing. So, yeah, here we are. We're giving you guys the update, the painful scoop. And, that's our job here. So you didn't see it in Politico. You didn't see it on any other major show. You didn't see it on the front page of the New York Times. You heard it here on the Vanguard if you were one of the 221 motherfuckers listening. And that's a scoop for you. Shout out to everybody that listened and tuned in. You got there first.
I wonder why their streams can't crack 250 anymore.
Oh, my God.
How did that happen? How did that happen?
You call them your lovelies, your mornings, your sunshines. Don't ever, ever, ever call them MFers.
They were doing that while we were on the Post Duopoly show, and we had about 800. So maybe we stole their audience. Sorry about that.
Well, I'm
Apologize
sorry
about that.
Listen, man. Whenever I'm scrolling through videos and they happen to come up on my feed, if they're live, they have like 150-ish watching usually. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough out there. It's tough out there for a pimp.
They did some more Marianne coverage, so I was tempted to watch, but then I'm like, no, because we actually have the Politico article. This is a lot quicker and a lot more painless to endure. So Marianne Williamson loses second campaign manager in 2 months. This is very, very quick here, but there is some information here that is relevant. So she's lost her second campaign manager in as many months in what has proven to be a rocky 2024 presidential bid. Who could have seen that coming? Who told you that? Who told you that was going to happen from way before day one? Rosa Calderon's departure.
These guys.
Indeed. Rosa Calderon's departure was announced Monday on a small far-left podcast, The Vanguard. Look at that. And independently confirmed by two sources to Politico granted anonymity to discuss internal staffing dynamics. Okay, so this is interesting because you had Peter Dow and you had Jason Call come out on Twitter and sort of give explanation after explanation without actually giving any explanation as to what actually went on because they were bound by NDAs, obviously. One person familiar with the campaign said that Calderon quit. Here's the quote that we knew was somewhere to be found. It was just a matter of time before somebody could actually say it to the press. She tried to right the ship and lead this campaign. Marianne knocked her down every chance she got.
Oh my God.
There you have it.
True.
I mean, there you have it. This is what.
Hey, Keaton, is there 30 years of reporting on Marianne Williamson being a dangerous psycho whenever the cameras are off and she's alone with her staff? Is there 30 years of that?
This is what we were saying. This is what we said from the beginning, and this is what we said when Peter Dow left, and then he tried to pour cold water on it by semi-breaking the NDA, even though he obviously didn't break it all the way. He couldn't. That's the point of signing it in the first place, right? That's why they have you sign them. And so it was very obvious that this was what was going on, and now you have an anonymous source talking to the press saying, yeah, she came in, tried to right the ship, but Marianne was just impossible.
Well,
and that's very obvious what the dynamic was all along.
It's not like
I am just going to say that the Vanguard then did a follow-up the next day where Zach was just basically like the guy who was ready to suck dick for crack in New Jack City. Like he got to that line about her knocking her down. No, that didn't happen. No, that didn't happen, man. That didn't happen. There's no way that happened.
Are you serious?
Oh, it put the S in simp. Like you could put the big S on his chest. Like it was. Oh my! It was God. Unbelievable. Like it was just like there's no way that happened. That's just a hit piece. That's just bullshit. Like there's no way.
Wow, that is okay. I gotta watch that because I gotta see a simp in action. So
here's funny. A couple more. I did not watch that part actually. I thought this was all we really needed to know here, and there's a couple more details that I just want to get into. Number one, the campaign has raised less than $1 million the first quarter of 2023 and is not running any broadcast advertising. And also, Williamson has not been on the campaign trail for the last several weeks. Yeah, she hasn't done like a campaign event or a rally or an engagement since, I believe, April. So, this really has not been much of a campaign at all, which is what we said. She'll get a couple weeks worth of press when she announces. Since then, Fox News has brought her on a couple times as a gag, just to sow discord within the Democratic ranks. Like, there's no doubt why they're doing it. Yeah, of course, it's in their interest to, give her some airtime. Beyond that, this has been a non-campaign, and now it looks like it could be a real non-campaign sooner than later. I mean, you could run a phantom campaign. In other words, just say you're running for president so you get invited on podcasts. I guess that's one way
that's my relevant. Question.
But there is no actual campaign moving forward.
Effectively, yes. Like a campaign in the true sense, no. Like if she stays in the race, it's just going to be this bullshit that she's doing where she goes on Twitter, she talks to a couple of fucking people that nobody's ever heard of as a rule. Right. That's wow. I mean, that doesn't cost any money. She's rich enough to just keep claiming she's running for president and going on Twitter. I mean, shit, we could do that.
Please clap.